November 28th, 2001. Dear Peter Kent, I will leave the coffee pot in your capable hands. For that matter, I will leave our sex life in your capable hands as well. I am given to mood swings and may find some day that I need a rest, but at this point I cannot even imagine it. With your help, I may find that the mood swings are not as common, nor as difficult. I think they are largely motivated by pain, which is something that you have eradicated from my life. I love the way you make me feel. I love the giving and loving soul inside you. I love the way you express your love and your sensuality. I love everything about you. Love, Carole. And then this was his email back. Carole, would you mind sending me that note every day for the next 30 years? How happy you make me is rather unbelievable. You make me anxious to get my site going, very anxious. I will be thinking about it as I finish Meadowview and the yard this morning. I like keeping busy. However, I am playing small, and I should not be. With you, I wish to go to Jacksonville soon to get the site in a more ready stage. It will take a month of my input in front of the computer to get all of the data in for customer input. I am sure it would work for animals as well, but that would take considerable thinking and research on my part. I got some indication from Bradenton that the truck will cost about $700. I am not that disappointed, other than to wish perhaps I would have asked your friend mechanic first. I have the title to my truck, and I am faxing it over to you now after I send this note. Thank you so much for your earlier note. You and me are the miracle I have wanted all my life. Peter Kent. That was kind of short, so I'm going to do November 30th, 2001. Jamie says she doesn't trust Peter Kent, and my mother has been unusually vocal about her similar feelings. Looking back on this, I should have paid more attention. Jamie says the other volunteers and Daniel Capiro feel the same way. Jamie broke down in tears today when I told her that I had asked Peter to move in with me. Everyone thinks he is just using me for my money and that he cares nothing for me personally. I think my mother pretty much summed it up today when she said, I wouldn't worry so much if you were flush right now, but things are really tight, and you already have Jamie and your dad and I to support, so I don't think it's a good idea for you to take on one more mouth to feed. Funny that she didn't mention the cats. I work the way I do and provide jobs to the family and staff for the benefits of the cats, not for people. I pointed out to Jamie that Peter and I have been inseparable since meeting a month ago, and her paychecks still come in on time, and there's no concern that she is about to lose her job or her security. She says it isn't about her, but that she thinks Peter is a fraud and dangerous to me. I asked how she could say something so definitive about someone she doesn't even know, and she says that any man who would move in with me 2 weeks after meeting me must be a con artist. I really resent that my closest family finds me so undesirable that they believe a man would only love me for what I could buy him. I found it hard to accept that they thought that Don was trying to kill me rather than divorce me because of the cost. We never even spoke seriously of divorce or in being less than in love for life, but it was so easy for my family to believe that Don could care so little about me as to want me dead. On occasion, they have nearly convinced me. It is my own family and staff who are concerned that an intruder will somehow diminish their income or job stability. Who is using whom? This troubles me more than I want to think about it. Am I so self-centered as to believe that I have more to offer a man than just the fruits of my labor? Is my value all in my bank account? Am I so egocentric as to believe Peter when he says that I am good for him in so many emotional ways? I know I am good for him financially. He doesn't say it, but I am sure he feels the lack of pressure to support a woman. Why should that always be the man's burden? Was I so blind that I could not see how Don really felt when I took care of him? Did Don's cheating on me mean that I was somehow not enough? I believe that people can be selfish and empty and incapable of being filled, but I am not willing to believe that it is because in some way I am lacking, that every man who crosses my path is that pitifully lost. I create my own reality, and I don't want a life of being used, betrayed, and unappreciated. I am not willing to create that life for myself by attracting or nurturing a relationship that is bound to end in misery. Yet I am unwilling to set up a barricade about myself to keep all potential heartbreak at bay. It would be less of a risk for me to love Peter at a distance, but I won't construct a wall between us. I originally said can't, but that's incorrect. I can do anything. It's just a matter of what I will or won't do. I am healed by his loving touch. I am relieved by his ability to ease my pain, whether it be his hand on the small of my back, his ability to be strong and let me cry, his incomparable capability as a lover, or his knowledge of what my body needs to be strong and healthy. To distance myself from him emotionally is to lose much of what makes these sensations so powerful. I see no good reason to deprive myself that way. As for my family, they don't know Peter, so the reservations about him are without basis. Turns out they knew Peter. All they know are their own fears, and I can't hold that against them. If I were dependent on someone else for my security, I might act the same way. Hard to imagine, but who knows? As for me, I have been wrong before, but there is one thing that is always true. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And then this says, regarding the above, this was an email to Peter. Dear Peter, one of my volunteers covered me for the gift wrapping today, so I had some time to collect my thoughts and record them. I hesitate to copy you because I don't want to make you feel unwelcome in any way, but I thought, on further reflection, that it may help you to know what is going on outside of our bedroom and what I think about it. I ask myself a lot of questions, and the answers have to come from God or from within, so I am not asking for reassurance from you. My hope is that my family will soon see how good you are for me and that you really are no threat to their security. That will make my life outside of the island easier. Either way, the last line says it all. Carole. And then Peter wrote back saying, I am nearly overcome with emotion listening to the song I Could Not Ask for More. While that is probably a lie, I always ask for more. It speaks about us. You are so dear to me. I love you more than I have loved anything for many years. Thank you for showing up. Peter Kent.